right, beautiful people, we are back again on another solid episode. The President of Ghana, honestly speaking, I have been watching him for some time now. I watch his videos, his interview, react to his achievement and programs and things he's doing, his project and stuff like that. Every time the president always in his speech always want to make us, somehow anyhow put some jokes in there for everybody to smile and laugh, you understand, to de-escalate tension, whatever he is. But this is the first time I can see clearly that the president of Ghana is not happy about some of the things that we are opposing when it comes to the issue of reparation. On my side, like this, the money aspect, I'm having problem with it still, you understand? Others also, on the other hand, have complete problem with it. Apart from the money, they have a lot of problem with it and all that. Some also is political. This is the first time I'm seeing the president of Ghana speak, and you can see that he's angry. He's not happy about this one. Like, he is angry. He's not somebody that speaks like a Kufaro. Hey! No, he's not like that. But he speaks slowly. But this time, he's angry. And he made it clear that whoever you are, they will call you out. Because opposing the idea of reparatory justice is like trying to belittle the achievement that they have, or the things that they have achieved at the UN. From my side, before I play the video, I made it clear here. Everything concerning reparation is not a problem to me. I only have problem with us taking any money whatsoever. I have problem with it. But other things, no problem. The president of Guyana, the Guyana president also make a point. He was on an interview and they asked him critical question. He also, find ways and means to hammer it on what the president of Ghana is saying. The Foreign Minister of Ghana also line up and explain the detail of what this reparation actually mean. According to him, it is not about money. You understand? He explained into detail. That is to those of us who are confused about it. I say we are confused because that is what people are saying about it. He explained. But from my side, to clear the air, it is not to belittle the things that Ghana achieved at UN. It is a great thing they have done. This is something that we need to applaud. Mr. President, you did a great job. Just some of us, we are only sharing opinion that everything aside money, because taking money to us or to me like this is like feeding on the carcass of our forefathers. The president is angry right here and he's explaining certain things. I think it is good for us to listen to the president first before we move forward to other other videos. Anyway, like the video for me, subscribe to be part of this amazing family, and put us on notification. Respect.
A few of our people, I don't know whether for attention or popularity, criticized the achievement and tried to belittle it. And they made all kinds of infantile arguments. They say, but Africans were involved. The crime was systematic. The ships that carried the slaves were insured by reputable insurance companies that are some of the richest in the world today and profited from the slave trade. The ship owners made money. Reparations, and listen to the important one. Reparations were paid to slave owners for letting the slaves go. When they abolished slave trade and said the slaves could go, they compensated the person who has enslaved somebody for loss of property. As recently as 2015, compensation was paid to people for losing their slaves. And you come and tell me that we recognize this as a gravest crime, and you say, but Africans were involved. This was a whole system. They built ships, and they built the ships with measurements to make sure that the cargo can take the maximum amount of slaves. And you tell me that, Africans were involved, so we shouldn't talk about reparations. I don't know. Some people just want to whittle down what happened. If you know what happened to the slaves, nothing compares to it in everything that has happened in this world. To the 15 million people who were sent away, those who died. I'll give you the case of one example. A ship captain threw 134 slaves overboard to go and claim insurance because the cargo your ancestors were cargo. And so if the ship lost cargo, there was insurance that compensated for the loss of cargo. And 134 slaves, he threw them overboard and went and filed an insurance claim for loss of cargo. And you know, before now, the arguments have been fragmented. A few people have acknowledged. I know some of the leading corporates have come and apologized for their role in this, but the whole discussion has been fragmented. And so our purpose was to put it on record, the true story of the slave trade. If even to just let the spirit of our ancestors rest, I am happy that we went. I'm happy that we went to the General Assembly and it is recorded for eternity in the records that this happened. It will never be forgotten. Those who seek to erase their memory have failed. Their memory is in the records of the highest platform, global platform that we have. And so let's not trivialize it and say, oh, but there were people involved. In the record of the Holocaust, there were Jews who were prison guards. There were Jews who pointed out where other Jews were hiding. And yet the Holocaust is recognized as genocide and a crime against humanity. So why not the slave trade? Because some Africans were involved. It doesn't absolve those who built the system and financed it. And so we'll call them out. I don't care what anybody says, we'll call them out. And so Ghana has done its bit. Ghana has been recognized for leading the Pan-Africanist struggle. And I think this is just an extension of that leadership. Now that we have it on record, the same coalition that came together to do this, including our CARICOM brothers and sisters, they have a 10-point plan on reparations. I think that we should build a coalition around their 10-point plan for reparative justice and restitution. And it goes beyond just reparations. It includes artifacts that were stolen. Only recently, the head of one of our chiefs has been returned. It is in 37, being preserved in 37. They cut off his head and took it and put it in a museum for many years. It has only recently come back. And so it's a broader discussion than those who seek to trivialize it. And we will continue to lead if our leadership is needed, but we'll continue to be a good part of that coalition that continues to press for reparative justice and restoration.
Beautiful. That's the president right there. Now, this is what happened. The Ghana president was on interview and he was asked a question. This is what he has to say. Listen to this.
Why should somebody who maybe had an ancestor 7 or 8 generations ago, long before they were a twinkle in their great-great-great-great-grandparents' eye, why should they have to pay now for what an ancient ancestor did, or why should they apologize for what an ancestor did centuries ago? Why do they still carry that burden?
Oh, it's not a burden at all. You are one of the beneficiaries of that slave trade. So this is not a burden. You should be concerned and you should pay, because you today are still benefiting from the greatest indignity to a human being, and that is the slave trade. And not only did you benefit during the slave trade and your country develop, but look at what it caused the developing world. During slavery, resources was used to build your country, build up your capacity. You were able to then become competitive. You were able to invest in mechanization, and developing countries like ours were left behind. So you should be very concerned, because you are a prime beneficiary of the exploits of slavery.
Clean right there. Clean answer right there. Still, I agree with him. I don't have problem with it too. I have problem with the money aspect. Because if these people will give you money because for reparation, what it will mean is that tomorrow if you are talking about it, they will tell you about we pay you. I see it as a payoff. But aside everything, I'm okay. Just like what the foreign minister is saying right here. Let me play that video quick and you understand. Here, I agree with the foreign minister right here.
That African leaders or Caribbean leaders are not looking for money. It goes against our conscience to seek to profit from this. We don't want any payments made to us directly. We are talking about courses to deal with the structural inequalities. And we are also talking about the return of artifacts to the continent. It's all in the resolution. There are thousands of artifacts from Egypt all the way to the Ashanti Kingdom in Ghana. Those artifacts should not be returned on piecemeal as and when those who are in custody of those artifacts are in a good mood. So we have outlined what must be done and to whom these redress should be addressed to. So again, it is totally wrong for a claim to be made that there is no clarity about who benefits from reparatory justice.
All right, that's it. He said this is beyond, how do you call it, money. And if that is the case, no, I understand. Everything about this reparation is practically beyond money. Somebody like me, my only problem is the money. I don't have a problem with anything else. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to like, subscribe, and be part of this amazing family. Respect.